Episode 3870, Why Chasing Control is Crushing Your Confidence.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Kristianne Wargo.
Happy day, rise and shine, because it's a brand new week. No more excuses. No more, I'm going to wait till Monday because Monday is here. It is time to get your mindset right. It is time for you to set your direction as where you're going in this week, because we're going to be talking about why chasing control is crushing your confidence. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. They keep it simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. All right, so here we go. Are you ready for this whirlwind? Because it's going to be a whirlwind. It's Monday. You have nothing else better to do than to just sit back and figure out, what do I want to do this week? What do I want to accomplish? Okay, some of that is a little bit tongue-in-cheek because a lot of us are busy. Our to-do lists are long, and we're trying to do everything we can under our own control. Not self-control, where we're trying to control our actions, or I really should say our responses or our reactions, but we are more so focused on, gosh, I want to do it my way. That's what we're talking about here. I want to do it my way. I know if I do this, 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 and this, my outcome will be this, 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 and this. But I'm also here to remind you, when you're driving down that road, white-knuckling through your day, it's exhausting. But you do it anyway because you think controlling every little thing will lead to better results. You're going for the outcome, and you're like, if I just do this, then I can get to that. Control is not confidence. Clinging to control is like trying to hold water in a fist. The tighter you squeeze, the more you lose. And in that squeeze, you miss what truly matters. So that's why chasing control is crushing your confidence. The truth is, most of what you worry about isn't yours to change. Ouch. Think about that. I mean, really let that sink in. It's hard because what truly matters, your values, your mindset, your response, you can only be. Right? You only can be it. And sometimes I think we're trying to take clay and mold it into what exactly we want to see, when in reality, we need to be. Let that sink in. In order to exude confidence, you need to take aim. Action ignites motivation. It's not about control. It's about the next step. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. You're on a journey. And it takes one step at a time to get there in order for you to walk your miles of greatness, because you were created for greatness. God didn't just say, well, I'm going to make her mediocre. No. So we got to rise up. Confidence flows from surrendering control over the uncontrollable and leaning into your own power. What actions you can take? What's your next step? What can you say to yourself to know you've got what it takes? All the internal dialogue. What script are you reading every single day? What sticky notes are you putting up on your bathroom wall? What's your home screen say on your phone? So how do you step into solid confidence no matter what chaos swirls around you? My friend, you've got to walk in confidence. That is your kiss to keep it simple strategy. Walk in confidence. And when you do that, you're going to weaken your grip on control because you are in motion, focused on the mission. But most of the time, we're just trying to hold on. Do you remember? Okay, so there's a sidebar here, but I got to tell you this. Have you ever fell in love with a particular dog? When I was growing up, there was something about Eskimo dogs. I was like, oh, they're beautiful. And I wanted one that had blue eyes. I was like, yes, that's what I want. Well, one day, and I don't remember when this was, but at some point I saw how they used the sled dogs. And I was like, well, that's not very nice. They're like running forever. I'm like, I want to adopt all of them. And I think they have like 12 of them or 14. I don't know. I guess it depends on how much stuff you bring. And there's a race, and I'm so sorry, I don't remember the name of the race, but it's a crazy, crazy race. And it's hard on the animals. They take good care of them. But when I saw that, I was like, really? And I thought, you know what? Those puppy dogs, they are in motion. They're going after it. They are running and walking in confidence. They know that where they stop, they know where they're headed. And they've got someone leading the way. They're on the mission. But a lot of times we're just going, oh, wait, I want to go after that bone. I want that treat over there. I want to go sleep over there. I want to go now dig a hole over there, and I need to go poop over there. Yeah, I know. Dogs have a way, don't they? Yeah, they do. But they're adorable. So we've got to take a lesson from some of the dogs. When I was just growing up, I was like, I want one. Have I ever had one, by the way? No, I have not. I've had dogs that look close to them, but not exactly. And actually, hold on. Nope, haven't had one. But it's one of those things where you just kind of like scratch your head and it's a dream. But you see, this is not living in a dream. This is your real world. And if you're going to walk in confidence, you have to say, okay, I got to be willing to weaken my grip. And I do so by walking in confidence. I do so because I'm in motion, focused on the mission. So what does it look like in real life? Number one, own your story. Maybe you want to call it your inner dialogue or your inner narrative, the stuff you talk about and dream about and you keep repeating yourself over and over again. You put sticky notes on your brain inside. If you were to turn your brain inside out, you'd have all these sticky notes flying out. Have you ever seen that commercial where they're driving down and they're all over? Not the commercials are not all over, but this particular thing, they've got money coming out. And if they're just saying that, oh, your phone bill, you're just wasting money and you're paying this and paying that. Here, we can tell you a different way. And then all of a sudden the money gets sucked back in. They're saving money, et cetera. And it makes everybody smile. This is a thing. What are your sticky notes saying in your head? If I was to turn it upside down, or if they were all to fall out, would I see someone who's happy? Someone who has joy, true joy that doesn't come from this world, but from your Heavenly Father? Would I see someone who says, you know what? Yeah, I'm willing to try. And even if I fail, I'll try again. Are you one who is showing up and forgiving others? Are you modeling who you want to become? Not just to yourself, but to your children, to the world around you that you impact? Own your story. Confidence begins with what you tell yourself. Instead of letting overwhelm run the show, catch your inner critic mid-rant. When all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, like I have to fix this or I'll fail. Maybe replace that with, I'm capable of handling what comes one step at a time. I got this. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. I'm on a journey. One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. That sounds better than I have to fix it or I'm going to fail. And when your day goes off script, then say, this doesn't define me. I'm bigger than this moment. I know I can do this. Maybe you miss a deadline at work and then you just start spiraling all over the place. Stop. Tell yourself this is a bump, not a brick. This is a bump, not a brick wall. I got this. This is just a little, okay, I can get over this, right? It's a line in the sand, not a line in concrete. I'll learn and do better next time. That shift rewires your brain from panic to presence. Own your story. Own it. Be. Number 2, focus on what you can control, your actions and your attitude. You can't control other people's reactions. You cannot. You cannot control the economy or when your Wi-Fi dies or when your electricity goes out. You have no control over that. But you can control your next move and your mindset about it. Confidence grows when you invest energy where it counts, not where it's wasted. So maybe you're in the middle of a nightmare called traffic. And you thought you had the schedule when you needed to leave all marked out so you would arrive early. But you know what? Now with this traffic, now you're late even more. So instead of racking up the stress and saying, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. And then on top of that, raising your cortisol levels, your blood pressure levels, you decide, you know what, I'm going to call ahead to let them know. Or maybe it's, I'll use this moment to breathe and reset. I'm late already. It's not the end of the world. I'd rather be there than not show up at all. That's when you regain your agency, right? That's when you refuse to let yourself fall into this frustration trap and steal your calm. You get to focus on what you can control. That's where it needs to be. And then finally, number 3, practice small acts of courage daily. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to act despite it. So start with tiny risks. Speaking up in a meeting, setting a boundary, or tackling a task you've been avoiding. Maybe you've got that laundry pile. Well, guess what? It's only going to get bigger unless if you sit down for 10 minutes and at least get half done. You don't have to do it all, but just 10 minutes worth. Set a timer if you want to. Every small win stacks up into a fortress of self-trust. I can do this. I can fold laundry. Even when I'm tired, just 10 minutes. I can handle, all of the crazy little socks that you just, I know the little sock gnome is going to eat them again. But that's all right. I'll donate 10 minutes. Maybe for you, you've been hesitant to market what you're doing at your job. So today you post an honest story about your work and what you're doing. And initially it feels vulnerable and uncomfortable, but that action is a vote for your confidence, no matter the outcome, right? It's saying, you know what? I'm putting this out there because this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. I believe in me. And it really doesn't matter, honestly, how many likes you get. What matters is that you are in the moment to be, right? You're present. The small acts of courage. And so today I wanted to leave you with something just short and sweet. You could even put it, on a sticky note, but I thought maybe this will help you remember. It'll make it a little more sticky. In your heart, confidence lives. You cannot clutch the river's flow, nor stop the winds that come and go. But in your hands, a sturdier thing, your voice, your choice, the courage to spring. Release the grip that drains your light. Step out into your own strong sight. For confidence's quiet, steady art lives not in control, but in your heart. My friend, you don't have to wrestle the world to prove your worth. You don't. You can wake up ready to impact the world that you touch by walking in confidence, by being present. So own your story, act with intention, and dare to show up, even when it's hard, even when the tears roll down your face, even when you feel like everything has been extinguished in your life. Show up. That's real confidence. Create your now, my friend. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.